Hello, listener, and welcome to Parkrose High School Theater's Spring Radio Plays. My name is Carl Metz, and I am the theater director at Parkrose. Tonight, we offer you 3 radio plays, all written, directed, and performed by Parkrose High School students. Our first show is titled The Devil in Junction City. This show was written by Hailee Heidrick, Alix Fernee, and Justine Smith, and tells the gritty tale of a detective trying to find out the truth about a string of murders in his hometown. This show does contain some coarse language, as well as violence, so if you have young ones listening, you might want to skip to the next show. Please enjoy The Devil in Junction City.
Kitty? Hello? Are you all right? Oh, hello there, sir. Sir? I can't see you, dearie. Please step into the light.
Don't you know, it's not safe to go wandering out at night alone.
Well, I'm sure it's perfectly fine.
The date is 1973, June 19th, 11 p.m., and isn't this just sick? Snuffed out right before it was quite their time. Not even given the decency of the last few years. She earned them, didn't she? Margaret Norman was 72 years old. In her heyday, she worked at a bakery producing sweets and cakes with her husband, who has long since passed by now. These days, she lives, or lived, with her son Timothy, a nervous young man finishing up his last year of university as he prepares to search for a job to keep him and his grandmother afloat. Though I suppose that won't be a problem now. Poor old Grandma's gone. But who took her life?
Damn wind blowing out my cigarette. That's better. Maybe I should just quit these things anyways.
The young man who we are currently observing recently received some terrible news. His own brother slaughtered by some unknown individual. Such recent events continue the line of tragedy associated with his blood. And he, a young detective, has been called on to investigate the case. Such events cause him a good deal of stress, given how his early days of transition were in this town. Oh, what's this? Seems like the town has caught word of last night's tragedy.
All right. Move along, nothing to see here.
Hey, Chief, what's going on here? Holy smokes! Oh, God, that's awful. Who was she?
Old hag who used to own a bakery. It was about her time anyway. Nothing too suspicious. This whole thing's a media frenzy. Trust me, buddy, you ain't gotta worry about this. Now everybody back off and let us take care of this, okay?
Eesh, what's his deal?
Hey, that means you too, kid. Scram!
After leaving, young Richard took his time wandering the town where he had grown up. He'd seen all kinds of horrid behavior in this little corner of Kansas, which is why he left to go off to college in Colorado. Not too far, but far enough. After driving out, he eventually found a motel and parked his car. This was the only one in the whole town, which had been built some time after he left, when the population started to rise and hitchhikers became more common. After getting his bearings, he began the long walk to the police station to begin his work.
Hello? Is anyone here?
What do you want?
You know, sir, it's my job to help you on this case, and so far you ain't given me much to work with. I'd appreciate it if you'd throw me a bone.
And why is this case any of your business?
Well, you know, sir, it was my brother that was killed first. You know me, I grew up here.
Richard? Well, look who ended up becoming a whittle detective.
Yes, Richard, but you should call me Detective Smalls.
Look, Missy, I don't care if you grew up with your daddy's little mystery novels. You're not gonna be a real detective, and you never will be. Now get out of my office, I have a town to protect.
Detective Smalls couldn't help but feel a sense of unease settle upon him as he left the station. He had to admit that stung like hell. It looks like he is on his own for the most part. Nevertheless, he continues to his next stop. Approaching the scene of the first crime, he sees that the home has not changed one bit since his parents had died and he had left, except that the house has been repainted. His brother had always hated how dreary it looked. Ah, that sweet sunny yellow.
Well, shit.
Richard walked wearily up to the door, instinctively grabbing for his keys, but instead just pushing the door open. The other officers were just around the corner. This place had just been cleaned, and Peter wasn't here anymore. He wouldn't ever come back home again. Richard pulled out a pair of black latex gloves and slipped them on, a precaution, then began to carefully inspect the house, his home, which was torn apart.
Damn bastards left this place a mess.
He looked over to a picture of his and Peter's childhood dog, who hadn't been with them for quite a while.
Yeah, girl? They say the other bodies were wiped clean. You think there are more than one of these sickos? Maybe. You're right, girl. I don't know who would ever want to hurt my brother. He's just the sweetest son of a gun I ever knew. Wouldn't hurt a fly. Great with the kids at school. Wouldn't dare touch a cow unless it was to pet it.
I thank you all for gathering here today to mourn the loss of a beloved member of our community. Peter Smalls, son, brother, teacher, a well-placed man in this world, taken from us too soon. But as he passes on, let us not forget the condition in which he was taken. A violent plague is permeating in our town. As you all know, poor Peter is not the only one to leave us in such tragic circumstances as of late. This morning, dear old Margaret Norman, a cornerstone of wholesomeness here in Junction City, was also brutally taken too soon in an alleyway near town center. Margaret was also known for her bakery, which she ran with her late husband. I hope what you all take from this moving forwards is that there is indeed a devil here with us. Sitting somewhere amidst you all is a satanic menace. Evil must be purged from your heart to protect yourself from joining them, from being them. Do not succumb to the evil within.
Come on, Rich. Get in the car. We're going to be late for class.
Yeah, all right. Like, I'm so ecstatic to get back to that hellhole.
What? Those dudes still bugging you? I told them to buzz off.
You know they won't listen to you.
The year is 1968, Richard and Peter's senior year of high school. The early spring has come along with their last semester of high school forever. They drove their car up to the school, parked it, and went inside. The morning went on without much of anything happening until it was lunchtime.
Well, what do we have here? Couple of cuties, huh?
What the hell do you want?
Peter, who's your little sister? I don't think I've noticed her before.
Excuse me?
Hey, simmer down. I wasn't talking to you. Yet.
Just bugger off. We don't need you here.
Make me, shit lips.
Richard grabbed Peter by the shoulder.
Dude, you don't have to do this. You'll get in trouble.
Hey, it's fine, man. You're the one with the future, not me.
There was one swing, then another, then an undercut, and Peter walked away with a black eye, but Richard was safe.
Oh my, Peter, sweetheart, what happened to you? You look horrible.
Some dudes roughed him up at lunch.
Yeah, but I'll be fine. We're going to the diner, all right, Mom?
Okay, well, be home by 8 p.m., okay, boys? I'm heading off to the church, but I'll be back before then.
The smell of the place filled Angelina's senses as she walked through the halls in her one plain white dress. It went past the knees and had a small lace trim. Her hair was held back by a white headband. Resting her hand on a door, it creaked open as they entered the office of William Leach.
Welcome. Please, take a seat.
So, what's the reason you called me here?
It's about your child.
Do you mean Peter or Richard?
The younger one. She, I'm afraid for her safety.
Excuse me?
Well, you see, Mrs. S., I have seen the abhorrent things happening to your daughter around our little community, and I worry for her. You and your husband and your son have done a very good job at integrating yourselves here, but I worry for her. Well, Doing what you've all already done so easily will likely not come as well to her.
I still am not following.
I am offering you, your family, and her my guidance. And if I can be frank with you, Mrs. S., I don't see your husband being very helpful on this issue. Myself, on the other hand, well, I can be a very valuable asset.
If I may, Mr. Leach.
Angelina stood up.
If you're not willing to give my family the respect that each and every one of them deserves, then we don't need to keep coming to your church. I can find the word of God in my own right. Don't bother us again.
Angelina, wait. You are making a horrible mistake.
Across town, Richard and Peter sat at a diner near Main Street. They ordered shakes and a side of fries. The two of them came here every Monday night. The place is usually slow then, and it's better than on Fridays. Those nights, the place is packed with half-drunk jocks looking for a cheap burger before they hitch a ride. However, on Mondays, it's quite enough for these two to just relax.
So, what are you going to do when it's over?
When what's over?
The school year, man. You had an extra year, so now finally you have to start thinking about that.
I don't know. I guess I did really like working with kids. Babysitting may give good money, but some of the kids here are goddamn hilarious. I could do something with childcare.
Yeah, while you're living in mom and dad's basement.
They wouldn't care. Hell, they might even be proud of me, saving space like that.
You did always think of things that way.
Well, hey, what about you, man? What are you gonna do when it's over?
Gonna be honest, man, I don't know.
You'll figure it out. You always figure shit out. You're smart like that.
You think so? But, man, I don't have a lot of time.
Peter and Richard walked in through their front door. The house was dark. All the lights were turned off.
Hey, Mom. Dad?
Peter walked ahead and into their parents' bedroom.
Holy shit.
What is it?
Richard's head turned down and looked at it.
What the?
The two boys' parents lay on their bed, naked and bloated, bruises circling their necks. With their eyes closed, they almost looked peaceful, but nothing else about the scene read that way. Returning to current happenings, the next morning Richard drove his car to the residential areas of the town to have brunch with some of his mother's old friends. Richard's parents are no longer with him, but that doesn't mean he and his brother are not still remembered, especially considering Peter's death and Richard coming back. He parked the car, slammed the door, and walked inside.
Oh, dearie, come on in. The girls and I were just pouring drinks, so you're not too late to join us.
Thank you, Miss Davis.
Oh, please, Richie, you can call me Helen. You're not a child anymore, so there's no need to be on a last-name basis. Now, please, come sit down. Mary is here as well as Bethany.
Hello, Richard. Nice to see you back in town. Feels like it's been ages.
And you too.
My, you've grown into such a handsome young man. What have you been up to all this time?
The last few years I've been training at the academy. I rose ahead through the ranks and started as a detective last spring. This is the first case on my own.
Don't you think it's a little bit, taboo?
What do you mean?
Well, coming back, and now of all times, your transformation after high school was such a big deal, and leaving seemed like the right move, to me at least.
Mm-hmm.
But now, coming back, especially in such horrible circumstances, I mean, I love what you've done with yourself, but I don't know if everyone else can handle the change. Do you see what I mean?
Helen, stop. Leave the man be. He's fine.
Actually, Helen, this is my job. I don't have a choice. I'm lucky enough to even be here in the first place. I don't want to spend my days chopping wood or killing pigs, and I can handle a few side glances from people who never even knew me.
If you say so.
So today at the funeral, Leach said that there is a devil in our midst. In the town, that is. What do you all know about that?
Oh, I think I know what he's referring to. That Myers kid. I think her name is Brianna? Anyways, she lives alone with her mama. Dad's gone. They say she listens to rock. You know, the devil's music.
Ugh, it's so creepy. Can you imagine what it would be like to be her mother? Having a problem child like that?
Oh, I know. Anyways, Richie, people think it's her and her little band of friends because they all listen to such evil things. They spend time on the outskirts of town near the forest. People suspect they kill farm pigs and play with their guts.
Helen, stop scaring him with such tall tales. It's probably only a half true.
Oh yeah, and she's not the only one either. Richard, you saw this morning when they took poor old Margaret Norman's body out, right?
Yes, I did.
Well, she lives with her grandson, Timothy. It's just the two of them. His parents are gone, and her husband is as well. He takes care of her and is finishing school. People are saying that he did it, that he's sick of having to care for her and just wants her will so he can ditch.
I heard that too. He's kind of a peculiar fellow, isn't he? All quiet and thin. It's not right for a boy like him. Have you ever seen him with a lady either? Strange.
Sounds to me like it's just a family snapping.
Wait, and where is all this coming from?
Well, I heard this from Mrs. Leach. She has quite the mouth and repeats a lot from her husband.
Wait, if Timothy killed his family member, then does that mean that something like that happened to Peter too?
No, it couldn't be. I heard it was suicide.
Ladies, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't speak of my brother that way. He was a fine man, and there was nothing wrong with him. I'm sure this is all just strum up for drama's sake anyways.
I see how it is, Richie. You just want all the information from us until it starts to bother you. Well, watch yourself, young man. In a town like this, a gossip circle is just about as impactful as a judge and jury. Trust me, sweetheart, you don't want to get on anyone's bad side. You're not well enough established here. I think you'll have to leave.
Richard left the large, lavish house and got back into his car, where he pounded his head onto the wheel. These leads were biased at best, and at worst, a complete waste of time. But it was getting dark, so he had to clock out for the night.
Huh, Brianna Myers.
He wrote down the name, along with Timothy Norman, in his notebook.
Eat your brains, dead, dead, dead. Eat your guts, red, red. Ah, that's too catchy. Who the hell is this? Oh, hey, Michael. I was wondering when you were gonna phone me.
I would never leave a bro out to dry.
Yeah.
Anyways, can you make it to the spot tonight?
Yeah, okay. I can cut out tonight. No worries.
Sick, man. Bring your guitar.
Will do. Hey, Ma, I'ma go jam. Might be out late.
Okay, sweetie. Just be back by 10 p.m.
Ugh, how uptight. You're such a drag, Mom. Just fooling. I'll be back by then.
She hopped on her bike and rode out to the spot she and her friends would usually practice at. A little shed in the woods they built a few summers ago. Only they knew about it. It was the perfect hiding place to get away from others, as well as people in the town not appreciating their music when trying to practice at home. Brianna and Michael would usually get noise complaints. Out in the middle of nowhere was perfect. No one could hear them. However, it wasn't so far away that it would take an exuberant amount of time to get there.
You're finally here. I had to practice with the birds.
How long did it take you to get here?
15 minutes.
Yeah, well, you got a ride out here. I had to take my bike, and one of them damn pedals was almost busted too.
Well, ain't that the shit? I was scared for a moment that you flaked out on me.
I would never. Anyways, did you bring the lyrics?
Yeah, did you?
Well, I did, but they kind of suck. I don't know, man. Maybe I lost my touch for this stuff.
At age 16? Nah, dude, it's just a rut. You still got it. I'm sure you're just stressed out because of all the commotion lately.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, let me see what you've got.
Brianna and Michael read the music together and began playing. They didn't sound amazing, but they didn't really care. They just wanted to have fun together, as friends do. And the night went on, and their fingers grew tired from plucking.
Oh shit, Bri. I think those are my parents' headlights out there. Okay, man, I gotta go.
Okay, see ya.
Brianna rode her bike back home, through the forest, and through the town. Then finally arriving at home and putting her key through the lock, she swung the door open, and things were uncharacteristically quiet. Her mom would usually be watching TV by this time, the smell of leftovers from dinner wafting through the house. But no, the house was torn apart, and her mother was nowhere to be seen. Until she walked over to her bedroom, where her mother laid on the floor swimming in red. Brianna stepped back, dropped her things, and ran. She ran through the woods in a different direction. It was the next morning. Richard walked back to Main Street and saw commotion similar to the one when he had first arrived.
Oh, Richard! Richard, it's horrible!
What's going on, Mary?
Do you remember the other day when I told you about that little monstrous teen?
Yes.
Well, she's missing. She's missing, Richard, and her mother's dead. The devil swallowed them up whole.
Richard looked off into the distance at the forest. Thoughts of his brother flashed through his mind.
could that be? Hello?
Mr. Small, sir? Is that you? Or did I put it in wrong?
Abigail? Yes, you got it right.
I did? Yay! I've never used a phone before. Father always says if you dial wrong, the devil will steal your soul from the other end.
That's, what?
But I must have done it right. Because you're not the devil, you're a detective, right? Oh no, are you a demon pretending to be Mr. Smalls?
No.
Good.
What's next? Are you gonna ask me if my refrigerator is running?
Is it?
Well, as funny as this prank call was, I have some work to get back to.
Well, wait, no! It isn't one of those, I swear! Please listen to me!
Alright. What did you need? Hold on. How did you even get my number in the first place?
The book!
What book?
The book that's always on my father's desk. It even has the teacher's line, and the grocer's. I snuck into his office to find it, and there it was.
Wouldn't have pegged you as the troublemaker in the family.
I'm not. My brother is.
Uh-huh. Sure. And your brother must have been the one who called me. You didn't answer my first question.
Oh, right. You're a detective, right, Mr. Smalls? Can you figure out why my father is acting so weird?
That's not exactly my job.
But can you? Because my brother won't talk to me about it, and my mother just tells me to stay quiet. Nobody but me sees he's weird.
Sometimes people are just weird, and that's a part of life, kiddo.
No, he's worse. He spends all of his time at the farm with the cows. You know that one?
Oh, which one? There's a lot of them around here.
That one by the forest. And only that one.
He probably is just visiting his friends. See? Nothing strange.
But he never talks about the people there. And he always gets really angry whenever anyone brings up how much time he spends there. My mother asked him a few days ago if he could bring back some steak one of these days, and he didn't stop yelling at her until the rooster started to crow.
That's,
And for some reason, he kept on saying things like, "This is too far," and "I'm just doing my job." But he doesn't work there? And he even told me not to talk to you.
What? Why?
I don't know. Oh no. Sorry, Mr. Smalls. I gotta go. Thank you. Bye.
Well, that was something, wasn't it?
Richard stayed seated on the couch, staring at his phone in his hands, attempting to wrap his mind around the conversation he had just had. But he couldn't. Every time he thought of it, he thought of the day that she was brought to the church for the first time, the small infant being passed around, already loved by the town just for existing. Peter holding her with a smile. He didn't get much sleep that night, and after a full day without leads, he decided to get some help.
Ah, Richard, is that you?
Yep. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. I haven't seen you in years, my child. Aside from the obvious, that is. Come, we have much to catch up on.
Actually, I came for some advice.
Advice? From me? I'm honored that you'd come all this way. Well, what's troubling you?
It's Peter. How do you live after something like this? How do you keep going when everything feels so cold? What do you do when you lose the person who made all the darkness go away?
I personally find exercise helpful when dealing with these types of things. A nightly jog or walk will do wonders for your soul, what the words of the Lord do not already. I, for one, enjoy activities that challenge my upper body as well as my mind. What, did you think the only exercise this old man got was when I'm at that podium? They do say the body is a temple for a reason.
I don't think that's the reason they say that.
I know what this is really about. You didn't want my advice. You wanted comfort. My child, I truly wish I could tell you that Peter is living forever in heaven, with all of the joy possible in the afterlife. But we both know where he and all of the others we have lost recently reside now.
What do you mean?
Well, you know it as well as I do. There's an evil in this town. You tried to get away from it in your own way, but others were not quite so lucky.
What? What are you talking about? What does any of this have to do with Peter?
Well, all of it. I'm surprised you don't even know the things that your own brother did. Anyways, I do have some things to attend to. It's getting quite late. You should head home.
That's a good idea.
If you need anything else, you know where I am.
After her successful heist of sorts, Abigail went to play with some of her friends from school. They were a rowdy bunch, but they always managed to make her smile. She had almost forgotten about the phone call until she walked through the door.
Where have you been?
Outside?
Do not play dumb with me. I will ask again. Where have you been?
I was with some of my friends. We were near the field.
You mean the one I specifically told you not to go to because...
It's dangerous to be near the forest.
Precisely. So why were you there? You have schoolwork to do. You have chores that need to be done. We have strict rules in this house. Why are you so insistent on breaking them?
I didn't break any rules. Mother said I could play with them as long as I came back in time for dinner.
She did? She does not have the authority to make those decisions. Well, I suppose I have to talk with her about this as well. Who were they, these kids you were playing with?
Some of my classmates.
How many?
7.
And how many of them have I seen in this church?
5.
Interesting. I'd like you to look at something. Do you see anything wrong with this picture?
What picture?
The office. What is wrong with it?
The book?
Good. Now could you tell me why it is out?
I looked through it. I'm sorry. I know you told us to never touch it, but I got curious and...
Curiosity killed the cat, Abigail. Do not let it strike again. Go to your room. Now.
Yes, Father.
Returning to his home, Richard began to put the place back together to what he remembered it, moving furniture that had been overturned and scrubbing away the muck left behind by the police officer's boots. Eventually, the work tired him, and he fell onto the couch, panting.
Why am I even doing this? What's even the point? I must be going insane, sitting in a room full of ghosts and talking to myself. So, why did you do it, huh? Whatever or whoever the hell you are. What did we ever do to you? Did we sin? Were we too good? Did we not conform to what you want? I am so tired. He knows something, doesn't he? God is my witness. I'll figure out who did this. I'll punish them, yeah.
As Richard fell to his hands and knees before the cross at the center of the church, he began to feel himself cry, the constant horrible world having finally torn to shreds the last of his remaining optimism. He felt the heat of the sun through the stained glass windows slowly cooling from his back as he silently wept. Hearing steps behind him, he quickly turns and reaches to his side, drawing a gun from his jacket pocket and pointing it towards the person approaching him, but lowers it at the last light of the setting sun illuminates the kindly old face of the man standing in front of him, arms folded behind his back.
Do not be afraid, child. It is only me.
Why have all of these things happened to me?
There is a will that saw to it and knew that it is what would be best. Please return to your prayers, child. Do not let my presence bother you.
Settling back to the floor, Richard knelt upon his hands and knees, muttering every blessing and prayer he had ever known. Over his hushed words, he couldn't possibly have heard the light padding of the priest's shoes on the carpet, and he couldn't have had the chance to respond before he felt the grab of a string around his throat.
Oh, Richard, I'm so glad you came back for another visit. Now the circle is complete.
William drew a circle with his finger in front of Richard's eyes as his vision blurred.
You see it, don't you? How beautiful it is that one man could destroy an entire family. You're quite the silly young man. Of course, you've always been, and so has your brother. Weren't the two of you just peas in a pod? How disgusting. It was almost as disgusting as your mother. She would walk through the town in those flowing dresses. What a hippie. Such a temptress. It was inevitable that the world would eat her up. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't too painful. Well, that's not all of it. She had found out about my plans, about me. That can't happen, Richard. If you keep looking in places you don't belong, well, you'll end up like this.
In other news, another person has gone missing in the small town of Junction City. Some words from locals and information on the current suspect after these brief messages. Some of you may remember the brunt of untimely murder cases a few years ago. Well, recently, local priest and community beacon William Leach was found guilty on several accounts of murder in the first degree, along with money laundering and tax evasion. William Leach was given a prison sentence of 50 years. However, in the year 1986, he will be able to petition for early release if found eligible.
Our second show is called Intertwined. This show is written by Wendy Ortiz-Vargas with the help of Magbee Herold and Kyle Saechao. It tells a story of friendship, family, and heartbreak. Please enjoy Intertwined.
Ryder? Hey, Ryder.
Yes.
How long are you going to be taking pictures?
Why? Does it bother you, Harmony?
When we have to stop every 5 seconds, yeah.
But the lighting's perfect. Look, see how pretty this one came out?
It's a picture of a plant. It's not that pretty.
Never mind. I guess I'll just take pictures some other time. You know, if Lance were here, he wouldn't complain so much.
Yeah, well, he's not here, so deal with it. Now, come on. Bonnie's waiting for us.
They continued down the overgrown path that led to a cabin in the middle of an opening in the woods. On the outside, it looked to be unkept, as the greenery surrounding it had become overgrown. Nevertheless, it was a perfect escape from the hectic life beyond the woods. Harmony opened the door to a nicely decorated sitting room.
Boo! Ah! Jesus, Bonnie, why do you always do that?
'Cause you're easy to scare. Is Lance with you guys?
No, I thought he was with you.
That's weird. Isn't he supposed to be back by now?
At this point, I have no idea.
Stop your worrying. You're ruining my vibe.
Never say that again.
You know, those who deny the presence of the vibe are the ones who need it the most.
Stop it.
Never.
As they continued to bicker and mock each other, they hadn't noticed another person enter the room. He went over to the couch, observing the unfolding chaos.
Lance, when did you get here?
Oh, I was in the other room taking a nap. I didn't realize you guys were here.
Then how was the trip? You left in such a hurry. It seemed like you were fleeing the country.
As if. It just slipped my mind, and I completely forgot about it until my mom reminded me.
Are you okay? It looks like you're getting a rash on your arm. You probably shouldn't scratch it.
Nah, it's fine. Probably just allergies.
If you say so.
How was the drive back home, Lance?
Zane had his music up really loud. It was kind of blaring in my ears.
Oh, I forgot. These are all the notes of the classes you missed.
Thanks. I was kind of worried about catching up.
Our Lance is so studious. I'm so proud of my boy.
Okay. Get off me. Have you no boundaries, man?
As with all things, the day was starting to come to an end. Each of them would soon have to go home. The light from the day began to drain as they dropped off Harmony. This left the three of them, enjoying each other's presence and laughing along to the strangest of things.
Okay. One more dad joke, please.
As much as I love a good dad joke, I think you're overdoing it.
Dad jokes are the pinnacle of pun-based humor, and yet yours just don't make the cut.
Like you could do better. Okay, give us a demo of one of your brilliant puns, and I'll consider quitting my career.
Okay, I got a good one. Did you know that milk is the fastest liquid in the world? It's past your eyes before you see it.
I am surrounded by weirdos.
You are a part of this too. You're no saint.
Hey, don't act like I ever was. Anyways, I'm going to the store for a water. You guys need anything?
A pack of gum, please.
Don't you want us to go in with you?
Nah, it's just a few things. It won't take long.
Is there something going on with the two of you?
Something going on? No. Why would you ask that?
Well, maybe it has to do with the fact that you guys were stuck like glued to each other and now you're not.
It's probably nothing. You know how he is. He's a man of few words.
If you say nothing's wrong, then I believe you. I just thought it was weird. He was pushing you away more often.
Pushing me away? Huh, that's new.
I mean, you're probably right. It's nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Sure.
What you guys talking about?
It's nothing. Just about a new show I'm obsessed with.
Oh, okay. Well, here's your gum.
Thanks. Why do you have cough medicine?
Oh, it's just my allergies, or I guess I might be coming down with a cold. Let's go. It's getting late.
Where were you? Do you know how scared I was? It's almost 8 and you're just now getting home.
Lily, why are you so upset? You're never home anyways.
Are you serious? What if something happened to you? You went off without so much as a word or a text, and you expect me to be okay with that?
Where would I go? There's very few places I'd be. You know I only have like 4 friends. It's not that big of a deal.
What has gotten into you? Where's the sweet little brother that I raised?
Why can't you just leave me alone? I'm not doing anything wrong. All I did was go hang out with my friends.
Whether you like it or not, Mom and I are responsible for you. You need to tell us where you are.
I just want to do what I want and be normal for once.
You can't do whatever you want. If you're going to keep acting like this, you won't be able to leave the house at all. Whether it's because of your attitude or for your safety. Either way, it's not going to be my fault because I told you so.
Lance, you're finally home. There's some food left on the stove if you want it.
Thanks, Zane. At least someone is happy to see me.
I'd be happier if I knew you were completely safe.
I get it. I'm not your perfect little brother. Now drop it. I'm gonna go eat in my room.
Lily Mae? Zane? What's going on here? Where's Lance?
Lily got mad at him for coming home late, so he locked himself in his room.
Lily Mae, please don't fight with your brother. You know he's going through a tough time.
That's not an excuse for him to be wandering the streets every night. In fact, it's more of a reason he should be home.
Listen, I know you're worried about him, but please give him some time. Now, I'm off to work. Look after your brothers and be good while I'm gone.
Yes, Mom, I will. When will you be back?
I don't know. I might work a little late tonight, so please take care of your brothers for me. Zane, be good for your sister.
Is it just me, or did Mom seem a bit frantic?
It's probably nothing. I'm going to my room for a bit.
I'll get it. Lily, Lance, Dad's here.
Hey, kiddo.
Hey, Dad, what are you doing here?
Where's Lance?
He's probably still asleep. Why?
Can you go upstairs and get him for me, please?
Sure. Hold on 1 second. Lance! Wake up, Dad's here!
Don't care.
Lance, get out of that room and come downstairs.
Fine.
Lance half-heartedly did as he was told and walked down the stairs. Lily Mae sat down, shooting her younger brother a glare to which he rolled his eyes playfully.
Okay, now that you're all here, I have something important to tell you all.
Can you just say what you need to say already?
Would you just be quiet and listen?
Stop fighting. Look, it's not easy for me to say, but you guys are gonna have to come pack up your stuff. You're gonna be living with me for a while.
Wait, why? What about Mom? Why can't we stay here?
Your mother has been having some money issues, and she can't afford to take care of you anymore.
What are you talking about? I work day and night just to help Mom pay the bills, and you mean to tell me that we can't afford to be here?
I don't know what happened to all of the money. I'm your legal guardian now, and that's how things are.
I don't want to leave. I mean, Mom said she'd be back.
Monica didn't tell me anything. I haven't been able to contact her. It looks like she's not coming back anytime soon, bud. We can't stay here. I just can't afford it.
I'm gonna go grab my stuff.
Just pack one bag for now. We'll come back and get the rest later, okay?
You know he's not listening, right?
I know. You two go grab your stuff. I'll wait here.
It had been days since the three left their house. Though Zane and Lily Mae were beginning to find comfort in living with their father, Lance felt the opposite. No matter how much Brendan tried, Lance could only feel his anger boiling to the surface.
Hey, Lance, do you want to come with me to go and look at some computers?
No thanks, Brendan. I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yep, I'd rather stay home anyways.
But I thought you were really into all that tech stuff.
No, you're into all that stuff. Now can you please leave me alone? I'm trying to do my homework.
Look, I know that you and I don't have the best relationship, but...
Really? You think?
But that doesn't mean you should be disrespectful.
Respect is earned, not given. Want me to respect you, then earn my trust and respect.
You aren't really giving me the chance to do that.
Well, that's unfortunate.
What is your problem?
Just leave me alone. You know what? I'm gonna go sleep over at Ryder's house.
No, you're not. Not only did you not ask for my permission, but I don't even know who that is.
If you were around more often, you'd know who he is.
Lance, please stop being so difficult and go to your room.
I'm tired of having to be here. Try all you want, but I'm never gonna call you Dad.
Listen here. I am your father, whether you like it or not. Now you're going to stay here with your family.
You're not a part of my family. If you haven't figured it out by now, I want nothing to do with you. You left us for years, and when did we see you? Holidays, that's when. Just because we have to live with you doesn't mean all of a sudden we're going to be a big, happy family.
Do not take that tone of voice with me. Whether or not you want to accept me as your father is your decision, but you have to accept the fact that I am your guardian. You will listen to what I have to say because you live under my roof. Now go to your room. You're grounded.
No, I'm leaving whether you like it or not. I'd rather be in a place with someone I actually like being around, where I'm actually wanted. Not a place where I'm obligated to stay.
Lance Arthur McMillan, you go to your room this instant.
Reluctantly, Lance put down his bag and stormed up to his room. After closing the door behind him, a sense of disappointment and gloominess hit him.
I just need to call Ryder. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Lance, what's up?
Nothing. I just needed someone to talk to.
Well, you never call me first, so I was surprised to see your name come up on my phone.
I just need to talk to...
Are you okay?
Fine.
They crowded around Lance, trying to make sense of why he hadn't woken up yet. After he had collapsed, they hadn't had any answers. Brendan paced, expecting the worst, but soon he had to be pulled from his thoughts.
He's awake. Lance, can you hear me? What color is the sky?
Zane, stop shaking his arm.
Well, excuse me for being excited that he's awake after playing Sleeping Beauty for so long.
Both of you stop it. Give your brother some space.
What's going on? What happened?
Calm down. It's okay. You're in a hospital because you collapsed last night.
You still haven't learned that you need to take better care of yourself.
Lily, you don't have to be so harsh on him.
Monica never told me about this. Thankfully, your sister was home, otherwise we would have been in big trouble.
Mom didn't tell you? How come?
You know how your mom can be. This is just another thing I had to learn on my own. Anyways, we can go home once you're feeling up to it. If you want to stay here a bit longer, that's fine. How are you feeling?
I feel okay. a bit sore and tired, but I'd rather sleep in my own bed.
Are you sure? You're not hurting anywhere, are you? Are you having trouble breathing at all?
I'm fine. I just want to go home. Please, I don't want to stay here any longer than we have to.
All right then, let's head home.
Knock, knock.
Hey, you're actually alive. Where were you this weekend? We couldn't get a hold of you.
I was at my aunt's house.
So you missed school on Monday because you were at your aunt's house?
Yep, and she lives pretty far from here, so it was a long drive.
Why didn't you answer your phone then?
I forgot to bring my charger. That's all.
If you say so.
Are you calling me a liar?
Nope, I believe you.
Hello, my people. Your savior has arrived.
Apparently, the savior wears capri shorts and a worn-out jacket from the 6th grade.
Why must you patronize me like this? What did I ever do to you?
Would you like the list?
That was supposed to be rhetorical.
Yeah. By the way, Lance, here's that book I borrowed from you.
I never lent this book to you. I'm pretty sure I gave this to Ryder.
Yeah, I took it from Ryder after he said it was interesting.
Well, thanks for giving it back.
Lance, are you okay? You seem like you're coming down with a cold.
No, I'm fine.
The lungs you just coughed out seem to say otherwise.
Haha, very funny.
I think you should go home and rest. We'll hang out another time.
I'm fine. There's nothing to worry about.
Ryder, take him home. He's going to contaminate us.
How considerate of you, Harmony.
I'm just so generous having you take the initiative like that.
Yeah, okay. We'll see you guys later.
As they were walking home, Lance decided to stop by the convenience store. Ryder was left waiting outside, looking at his phone. His mind was all over the place, and he couldn't focus on anything. He felt like something was wrong, and that little thought just kept bothering him.
I'm done. We can get going now.
Lance, are you okay?
Yeah, why?
You just seem a bit off.
I'm fine. There's nothing wrong. Here, hold my water.
You just bought cough drops? Why not some medicine?
It's just a cough.
Are you sure about that?
What do you mean?
You're hiding something, Lance, and don't try to tell me nothing is going on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you so afraid of telling me? If there was nothing wrong, then why do you disappear for days at a time? Why can't we talk to you? Why is it just so hard to see you nowadays?
Would you give it a rest? There's nothing wrong, so stop asking.
Why is this so difficult for you?
If you're gonna keep acting like this, I'm leaving.
Fine. You want me to stop talking about it? There, I'm done.
They continued to walk in silence. Not a word was exchanged until they said their goodbyes. Once the door was closed, Lance could feel himself becoming extremely tired. His breathing was unstable and he started coughing violently.
Lily, I'm home.
Lance! No! Dad, come quick!
As they sat together, there was an obvious tension in the room. While Bonnie and Harmony chatted, Ryder tried to focus on his work. Trying to distract himself wasn't working as well as he thought it would.
Okay, what do you see when you look at this?
Person holding a jar of honey.
What do you mean? It's a duck. How do you not see the duck?
What are you talking about? There's no duck. It's a person holding a jar of honey.
Ryder, can you please tell Harmony that this is a sticker of a duck?
It's a person. How is that a duck?
I'm asking Ryder to settle this. Ryder!
What do you want?
Does this sticker look like a duck or a person holding a jar?
I don't care.
Just leave him alone. He's been in a bad mood all day.
Jeez, just be quiet.
Why are you so upset?
I'm not upset. I'm just tired.
You're a terrible liar.
Look, I'm not in the mood to even be doing this project in the first place. So stop asking questions and actually help me.
We're trying to help.
Well, it's not helping. Let's just focus on finishing this project, please.
Okay, suit yourself.
I gotta get going. Can you guys finish the poster and the slideshow?
Yeah, we've got it.
I can't deal with this anymore.
I told you not to bother him.
You saw how he is. He's just bottling it up inside.
And when you pry, he gets even worse.
I can't just sit around here and not say anything. He's hurting himself.
Bonnie, just give him space. He's trying, but it's hard. Not everyone can be as optimistic as you.
I can't help but think how hard this is for him.
I know. We just have to be patient.
How much longer do we have to keep pretending like nothing's wrong? It's been half a year.
And he'll come around eventually. Now stop focusing so much on that.
I guess you have a point.
Sometimes there's things that we cannot change or prevent. Certain events are supposed to happen in our lives. Certain people we're supposed to meet. The experience we have with others are precious, and the ones we choose to keep closest to us are the most important. There are things we regret, words we want to say but never get the chance. The memories that we share with those around us are the ones that matter the most.
You should have told me. I would have understood.
He held onto the piece of paper tightly, wiping away his tears as they flowed. Then he turned his head, looking to see who was trying to console him.
Came to say a few words too?
Yeah. How are you holding up, Lily?
Haven't slept much. I miss the noise coming from his room. Feels like the silence keeps me awake more than his music did.
I know what you mean. It doesn't feel the same.
You still have it?
I haven't stopped looking at it.
I don't blame you. You did have a way with words after all.
Yeah. I don't know what to do anymore.
They stood there looking at the sight in front of them, a reminder of what they had lost, laced with flowers. The silence between them was comforting in a way, to show they understood what the other was going through.
You know, I'm glad he tried to fix what was going on. It's hard to live your life like that, always wondering when the next hospital visit was or if things would get better.
At least you knew.
You can't blame him. People around you change when they know you're sick and struggling.
I know, it's just hard to stomach. He never said a word and did it all on his own.
Trust me, Ryder, you helped him a lot more than you think.
Our final show for you tonight is called The Whimsical Woods. This show is written by Coral Lee, Ellie Ebert, and Jazzy Davis, and it tells a story about talking animals, believing in magic, and remembering not to grow up too fast. Please enjoy The Whimsical Woods.
Hey there. You know how you're my favorite sibling?
I'm your only sibling?
Which is why we have to help each other out along our journeys. And why I'm calling to ask if you'll do me a huge favor.
That depends entirely on what the favor is.
It's nothing. I just need you to babysit Poppy for a few hours on Saturday.
Wait, no, I'm going to the old house to fix it up. I can't watch that tiny hurricane in human form you call a child.
Well, it's too late. I already told her and she has her hopes up now, so... You two are going to have a great time.
Oh, wait, no.
La. Sorry about my niece. My sister called a few days ago and asked that I watch her and wouldn't take no for an answer.
Oh, it's fine.
Are you sure you don't mind having to sit in the back with a 6-year-old?
Of course not. Besides, this is where the cool kids are. Right, Poppy?
Yeah. Every time I talk to you, I am more and more convinced you're secretly 2 children in a trench coat.
Aw, come on, Peggy. I'm smarter than 2 little kids.
Doubtful. And I've told you a million times my name is Margaret, not Peggy.
Margaret, Peggy, tomato, potato.
That doesn't even...
Thanks again for coming up to help me clear out the house. You guys really didn't have to.
Of course we did. We wanted to see where you grew up that turned you into being a boring, fun-hating adult.
What? I don't hate fun.
Alix, last year you didn't show up to your own birthday party because you had a quick thing to finish up for work, even though the deadline wasn't for another 2 weeks.
Well, excuse me if I want to get my work done early.
Your own birthday party, Alix. Not even someone else's, yours. Who misses their own birthday party?
Look, there's my old school. Tara and I used to wait on that corner for Mom to come pick us up on our way home from work.
I take the bus home, and I sit next to Jenny. She's in 3rd grade, so she's one of the big kids.
Very cool, Poppy.
Oh, and there's the playground we used to hang out at.
Ooh, what kind of games did you guys play? Spies? Animals? Wizards?
I don't know. I think we mostly just sat on the swings or the merry-go-round, that sort of thing. I don't think we played any, pretend games.
Like I said, you're boring.
I am not boring.
But you really didn't play any pretend games? I thought everyone did.
See? Purple agrees with me.
Purple? My name is Margaret. Why are you always making fun of my name?
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Almost, Poppy.
Okay. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
Yes!
Yay!
Wow.
It's so cute.
It needs work.
Yeah, I know. Here, I'll give you the tour. There's a key under the back mat. Poppy, stay close.
There's a forest? You didn't tell me you lived next to a magical forest.
It's just a regular forest, Poppy. Nothing much special. Here, let's go inside.
I don't know, it looks pretty magical to me. Didn't you ever, pretend there were fairies or talking animals in there as a kid?
Well, I guess this one time I thought, Poppy, come back over here.
But there is a frog. He was wearing...
Sure he was, but I promised your mom I'd watch you and keep you out of trouble. Let's stay inside, okay?
Okay.
So, the tour?
Yes, definitely. Okay, so here's the kitchen. It definitely needs work.
Very pink.
Yeah, it also needs some paint.
Mr. Frog? Mr. Frog, where are you?
Mr. Frog? What kind of name is that? Just because I'm a frog doesn't mean my name is Mr. Frog.
I'm sorry. What is your name then?
Weber. Very funny, yes. My name is Xavier Montgomery Weber. I'm the keeper of this forest.
Well, I'm Poppy. Well, actually my name is Penelope, but that's not very fun.
Quite astute, Poppy.
Why are you wearing a top hat? And why are you at my mom's old house? Do you know her?
Yes, of course I know your mother. I've lived here quite some time now. I remember when young Tara and Alix played in these woods. And as for my hat, this one's rather atrocious, don't you think? Such a ghastly color. Would you like to try it on?
Yes, please. Whoa, it fits.
Of course it fits. It's a hat. You can't just go around wearing hats that don't fit. Of course, it doesn't really fit me that well. I'm only wearing it because I lost my other one.
Oh no!
Yes, quite dreadful indeed. I can't find it anywhere. Of course, I haven't looked on the island of Lake.
Where's that?
Why, just down this path right here.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Now wait just a second. Are you sure that you want to go into the forest alone?
I have to help you find your hat.
Well, if your mind's quite made up, who am I to stop you? Just know that nothing in the woods shall harm you so long as you keep this hat on.
Is it magic?
Of course it is. Good luck, dearest Poppy.
Goodbye, Mr. Frog.
And that would conclude our house tour.
Well, it certainly has a lot of character.
It's a mess, I know. That's why you're here, to help me clean it up so that I can sell it.
All right, let's get to work. What do you need us to do?
If you could start...
Hey, Alix?
Not now, Felix. Start wiping down the windows.
Alix?
In a minute. That'd be...
Alix, it's kinda important.
1 second. That'd be great, Margaret.
Alix!
What?
Where did Poppy go?
Oh, shoot. Poppy, it's me. It's Alix. Where are you? Penelope Garcia, if you don't come out right now, I'm calling your mother.
Poppy!
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 How do you even get Poppy from Penelope?
Oh, I don't know. Probably the same way you get Peggy from Margaret.
Hey, people have been using Peggy as a nickname for Margaret since, like, the Middle Ages.
Guys, can we please focus on finding my 6-year-old niece? You know, the one that we let get lost in the forest with no supervision?
Right, we're sorry.
We'll get right back to searching. Now, where would I be if I was a 6-year-old?
You are a 6-year-old.
Am not.
Are too.
Guys!
Sorry. Poppy!
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 Excuse me. Hello.
Wait, I think I heard something.
What?
Nothing.
Hello there.
Did one of you say something?
Not me.
I didn't.
Of course they didn't. I did.
Did that frog just talk?
Yes, I did.
I guess Poppy was right about this being a magical forest. So, Mr. Frog?
My name is not Mr. Frog. Why does everyone think that?
If it makes you feel any better, Felix never calls me by my right name either.
Of course I do, Platypus.
My name is Margaret. Anyways, what exactly would you rather we call you?
My name is Xavier Montgomery Weber, but you may call me Weber for short.
Have you seen Poppy anywhere? She's a 6-year-old little girl, about yay high.
You know, I do believe that I have.
That's great. Alix, did you hear that? Weber saw Poppy.
No, I did not hear that, because that frog is not talking because frogs don't talk.
I beg your pardon.
Then beg! Look, this is clearly some weird dream or nightmare or whatever, because there is no way that that frog is talking.
Look, we should at least find out where they saw Poppy go.
She went searching for magic in the forest.
Magic isn't real.
Of course it is. We'd be very grateful if you could tell us where Poppy went.
Wonderful. Of course, I shall come along on your quest and guide you with directions and wisdom.
No, you will not, because there is 0 chance that I'm going to take directions from some weird talking frog.
Quick, he's getting away.
Wait, what?
Well, I guess we're doing this now.
Look, it's a dog and cat.
We have names, you know.
Did that cat just talk?
All right, talking cats and dogs. Why not?
Oh, my apologies. I'm Felix, and these are my friends, Alix, Pancake, and Weber.
Hello there.
That is not my...
And you two are?
Have you seen a little 6-year-old girl passing through? She's my niece, and I need to find her.
Well, if we did, we certainly won't tell you after you so rudely interrupted us.
I'm very sorry for my friends. They're very distraught over their niece going missing.
Doesn't mean they get to be rude.
You're right. Would you please tell us your names?
That's Miss McDonald.
And there, Ronald.
Answer our riddle 3.
And answers we shall give to thee.
But if the rude one says sorry?
Yes, only if the rude one apologizes to us.
Great. You heard them, Alix. Tell them you're sorry.
What? No, I'm not apologizing to them.
Just tell them you're sorry.
I'm not doing it.
Just apologize.
No, I'm not.
Tell them you're sorry.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Now can you please just tell us where Poppy is and skip the riddles?
Fine. She went that way to the right.
I think she went left.
Well, which is it?
Left.
Right.
We're never gonna find her at this rate.
Ooh, maybe she went to the fairy hollows.
Or the dragon dens.
Or the nymphs hang out.
Or where the satyrs play.
Or the centaurs.
Or the unicorns.
Or...
Will you please take this seriously? I can't believe I'm asking a dog and a cat for directions after following a frog into the middle of a forest.
Well, I, for one, don't see what's so preposterous about this.
There. Get it out of your system.
If it means so much to you...
We'll tell you where we saw the girl go.
But only once, so listen up.
Thank you.
Go right until you see the oak tree with a knot that looks like an old person.
Then follow the bluebell south.
How will we know which way is south?
You'll know. Until you reach the dandelions.
Follow the yellow ones until you see a robin.
And then turn left And keep going until it's time to stop?
That's all. Goodbye.
What does that even mean?
I'm sure you'll figure it out. Now then, let's follow their directions, shall we?
Okay, we've gone past dandelions, and I'm pretty sure that was a robin, so how do we know when to stop?
Halt!
That's a pretty clear sign.
You shall not pass! Alix, how dare you show your face after leaving me?
Is that?
Yes, it is I, His Majesty Sir Fluffsalot of Fluffslandia of the Northern Mountains, son to Lady Fluffana and Lord Fluffin, the 545th, who hail from the 56th Kingdom of Trees and the far lands of the living room, the 4th.
Wow.
Yeah, and I thought paleontologist's name was bad.
Really, Felix? Alix, do you know this, bear?
Of course they know me. I was their teddy bear as a child.
I knew it.
Shh. Sir Fluffsalot, how...
Don't try and apologize to me. You left me all alone in the forest for years and years. As soon as you grew up, we all meant nothing to you. And now you're back. And don't think for 1 second me or any of the others of this forest will forgive you. All of the peanut butter honey sandwiches we had together meant nothing to you. One winter, I began hibernating, and when I woke up, you were grown up. And now you return into my forest. The nerve! Well, let me tell you, you and your friends will get no directions.
Is he gonna keep going?
I think so.
How could you leave him, Alix?
Dude, he was my stuffed bear from when I was 8. I don't know, I guess I just got too old for that stuff.
Indeed you did.
Sir Fluffsalot?
Yes?
Sir Fluffsalot, I guess I'm sorry, but I just got too old to play with childish things like you. But look, do you remember my sister Tara?
Yes, of course. Now that was a good child. She never would have abandoned me.
Yeah, well, her kid, my niece, is missing. She's somewhere in the forest. Have you seen her?
Yes, I have.
Where is she? She could be in danger.
I'll tell you. But in return, you have to promise to not make her grow up before her time. It's always a tragedy to lose someone like that. I wouldn't wish it on dear Terry even if you did leave me. Follow that path through the forest. I saw her go that way only a little while ago.
Thank you. And, I'm sorry.
Be gone! I must return to my slumber!
We have to be lost.
I hate to agree with Pineapple.
I swear.
But, where are we?
Weber, you said we were close. It's getting dark and we still have no idea where Poppy is.
I promise you that she is okay. We're almost there. We just have to cross this lake.
Cross?
Yeah, they're right. Why don't we just go around?
We could, but that would be missing the entire point.
Weber, I swear.
Young Alix, Poppy is on that island.
What island?
What do you mean, what island? It's right there.
Yeah, Margaret's right. What island, Weber? I've been in this forest since I was a kid. I've canoed in this lake more summers than I can count. There was never an island.
No, guys, seriously, look.
Felix, there isn't any island.
No, young Mr. Felix is correct. That island is where Poppy is. I had hoped you would have been able to see it by now, but no matter.
Okay, I get it. We need to find a way to get to the invisible magic island in the middle of this lake, and if we do, we'll get to Poppy.
But how are we going to do that?
We could swim.
There is absolutely no way you could convince me.
What? It's not even going to be that cold.
Yeah, but... Wait, stop. Where did Alix go?
Oh no, we lost another one of them.
Hey guys, over here! Look!
What is that?
It's our old canoe. We can use it to get to Poppy.
Will it even float?
Only one way to find out, I guess. Give me a hand.
Hey, what are you doing? That's my house.
What?
You heard me. That's my house.
Oh, wonderful. First a talking frog, then talking dogs and cats, then a talking teddy bear, and now a talking salamander. It's great.
Sorry, but this is my canoe, and I needed to go find my niece.
Well, that's understandable, I suppose, but it is my house, you know.
No, it's my canoe, and I need it.
Alex, calm down. You kind of have to admit you haven't used it in years.
Yeah, but Pop...
Hey, Xavier, how are you? Hanging out with the humans again? I thought you learned your lesson.
Frederick, my good friend, these aren't just any humans.
Oh?
Do you remember the Garcias? They lived in that old house at the edge of the woods some time ago. Their children used to play in this forest.
Of course, I love those kids, little Tara. Aw. You know, this used to be the boat.
Yes, I do know that. You see, this is Alix Garcia.
Alix, why didn't you say? Haven't seen you or your sister in years. I'm so glad you're back. I would be happy to lend you my house.
Do I know you? You know what? Never mind. Weirder things have happened today. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, let's go. We gotta find her before it gets dark.
You know, I used to be famous. Now I live in this old canoe left by a family that hasn't been back in years. Yet, I'm still grateful. It's a safe, cool place for me to sleep. It's not much, but it's my home. You have to be grateful for the little things in your life. And I'm not saying you're not grateful. I'm just saying you need to loosen up a bit. Enjoy what you have. A magical forest, your friends, a nice place to live. Don't waste it. Enjoy your little things.
Thank you. Come on, guys, let's get going. We gotta find Poppy, and the island looks like a pretty long ways out.
So nice to see you, Frederick.
Poppy!
Ankle!
Oh, I'm so glad you're safe. Are you hurt? How did you even get all the way out here?
Mr. Frog gave me a magic hat.
I see that.
I told you Weber was magic.
Magic isn't...
If magic isn't real, then how do you explain the talking frog?
And the talking cat and dog.
And the talking teddy bear.
And the talking salamander.
And my magic hat.
Yes, and Poppy's magic hat.
Well, I guess. Wait, when did Weber give you a hat?
When you were doing boring grown-up things, I snuck outside, and Mr. Frog told me that he lost his hat. And then he gave me this one because it didn't fit him. So I told him that I would go and find his hat. And he told me where it was, and then I walked all the way here, and now you're here too.
You walked all the way here by yourself?
Uh-huh. Because I'm a big girl.
You let a 6-year-old wander off into the woods alone?
Well, I suppose when you put it like that, it sounds bad.
Maybe because it is?
I can assure you that my intentions for doing so were pure and noble. So long as she kept the hat on, no harm would come to her.
And just what exactly were your pure and noble intentions, pray tell?
They were to get you to remember the magic that you had forgotten of the forest and of your childhood. We feared for what might happen to you if you never allowed yourself to be a child, of what might happen if you shunned magic and whimsy entirely, as so many do in their quests to grow up and become adults.
What do you mean we?
Hello.
Ronald.
Mr. McDonald.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Greetings.
Hi, Mr. Bear.
My name is His Majesty Sir Fluffsala of Fluffslandia of the Northern Mountains, son to Lady Fluffana and Lord Fluffin, the 545th, who hail from the 56th Kingdom of Trees in the far lands of the living room, the 4th.
Okay, Mr. Bear.
We all wanted to help you remember the fun that you used to have here before you turned your back on the wonders of being a child and sold your home.
Okay, but you still put my niece in danger, but thank you. I think I needed this.
So now that we've found Poppy, we should be heading back to your house, right? I mean, there's still a lot to do if we want to clean it up and sell it.
Nice hat, Weber.
Can we go back?
Sure, Poppy. Here, look, we're almost back home.
I can't wait to tell Mom everything.
Wait, no, Poppy.
Huh?
Okay, promise me you won't tell your mom that I lost you in a magical forest.
But why?
Because this is just gonna be a you and me secret.
Got it. Just you and me.
Yeah, just the two of us.
And Mama.
Oh boy, she's gonna kill me.
Mom!
Hi, Poppy. How's hanging out with Alix?
Awesome! I met a talking frog named Mr. Weber, and a kitty, and a doggy, and a talking teddy bear, and I got to run around the whole forest and...
I thought you were just cleaning the old house, not going on an adventure.
Well, plans change, I guess. Speaking of which, I think I'm gonna keep the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not quite ready to let go of all the memories just yet.
That's good to hear.
I saw a huge patch of four-leaf clovers, and then I saw a bunny, and then I saw a kitty and a puppy, and then I saw a bear that talked, and then I saw a eel.
Thank you so much for listening to our shows tonight. Special thanks to Kyle Saechao, who is in charge of all of the sound effects, our stage manager, Magbee Herold, and our sound engineer, Jake Newcomb. Have a wonderful day.